Hey, what's going on, family? Michael Cabrera right here in San Diego, California. So we have been reading through this book, The 100 Simple Secrets of Happy People. And we've been asking the question, what are some things that happy people do to be happy? There has to be something, maybe a 1%er, maybe a tip, something that they do, a habit, or something that they do that's different than people who are not as happy as those particular people. So here's what we want to do. We're actually going to be reading through chapter number 24, and the chapters in this book are very short, less than 2 pages. But any comments, any thoughts, anything that you think about that you'd like to share, feel free to go ahead and share in the comments below. And we'd love to continue the conversation, start the conversation, create dialogue, and really just figure this thing out together as to how people become happier than they currently are right now. So let's go ahead and read chapter 24. Do what you say you are going to do. Nothing kills progress or deadens enthusiasm more than someone who talks but never follows through. It is crucial in both your home life and your work life that you stay focused and committed to whatever you say you will do. A used car salesman shows you a car. The odometer reads 7,000. The car is about 5 years old and you think the car has 107,000 miles on it. But the used car salesman says it really has just 7,000 miles on it. It was owned by a little old lady and she hardly ever drove it. Do you believe the salesman? Probably you think about all the stories you have ever heard about dishonest people who sell cars and you dismiss the salesman's story. Used car salesmen lack a fundamental necessity for positive communication, and that's called credibility. We need to believe people tell the truth if we're going to actually interact with them, listen to them, and even trust them. The same rule applies in your own family settings and work settings. You cannot break your promises and expect to continue to be credible. Let me read that again. You cannot break your promises and expect to continue to be credible, even if you have the best intentions. See, because you might have, I'm going to butt in here, but that's true. It's completely true, right? You might have the best intentions in the world, but if you continue to break promises to the people that you care about, your loved ones, your coworkers, possibly even, your friends, family members, your spouse, your kids, you tend to be less credible because, they're just used to you not being credible, right? It's important to remember that credibility is like the bottom of a ship. If the bottom of the ship has holes, it doesn't matter whether they are big or little. All those little holes matter. Wow, that's powerful. The difference between those who have happy personal relationships and those who have unhappy personal relationships is not the amount of conflicts that they have. Indeed, each group has a similar number of conflicts. Instead, it is a greater commitment to following through on agreed upon changes that contributes to the success of relationships and the 23% greater happiness of the individuals involved. So just think about it right now, just for this moment as we're wrapping up this video. How many times have you run across someone in your life? Maybe it is someone who's close to you. Maybe it's a significant other. Maybe it's someone you looked up to. And they said they were going to do one thing and they ended up not doing it, or it took them a long time to do it, or they kept saying over and over and over again that they would get something accomplished or get something done. And they either it fell through, they didn't actually do what they said they were going to do. I mean, what happens in a situation like that with your relationship with that particular individual? I know that in my lifetime and in my time with building relationships with people in business, in the community, in family, I really personally really hold people that do what they say they're going to do in high regard. And, unfortunately, there have been times where people that I've connected with haven't done what they said they were going to do. And it actually becomes very, very challenging. It actually wears on the relationship. It actually makes me sometimes look at a certain person a certain way because of the way that they did not do what they said they were going to do. And, I don't know. That's just how it's been, like in my personal experience. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that, I used to actually write this out on a piece of paper. I always do what I say I'm going to do. I always do what I say I'm going to do. I always do what I say I'm going to do. Now, have I always done it? No, but I try my absolute best. And if there are times where I can't do what I say that I was going to do, I do my best to make it up. And I do my best to try to, the best that I can the next time around, and make it up to that particular individual, that person. But we're not perfect, right? But always striving to be better. So what are your thoughts? Feel free to put the comments down below. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. The next chapter is going to be chapter number 25. Thank you so much for joining us for video number 24. God bless you guys. Take care.